They collected money, donations from Hindu zealots and Hindu high-handed people who are good businessmen and all that, on the pretext that we are going to change the syllabi of Hindu institutions in India. And they funded that universities and schools and colleges in India to convert Hindu syllabi in line of Hindutva and saffron terrorism. Recently, he went to meet British Prime Minister Steve Cramer, and when he was shaking hand with him, the Cramer was, dragging his hand back. If you do not have realistic policies, and if you buy judiciary also, and judiciary becomes a laughing stock, any country where judiciary becomes a laughing stock, that is the last indication of their falling down to the ground. They created a fear in their mind. They worked on 3 logos. One is creating a fear in their mind. Fear in their mind was, which they normally repeatedly say, that Muslims are gaining majority. So if they gain majority, you will become a minority. On this, Narendra Modi said कि जी ये बच्चे बताने की machine. The leadership जो गाय का गोबर खाए और गाय का पेशाब पिए. You know, Narendra Modi goes out and he has a habit of hugging the head of the state. When he meets the head of the state, he'll shake hand and then he'll hug them. So head of the state now avoid hugging Narendra Modi. Why? Because उसके मुंह से गाय के यूरिन की बू आती है.
That's gross.
That's why they avoid. Recently, he went to meet British Prime Minister Steve Cramer, and when he was shaking hand with him, the Cramer was, dragging his hand back. So, what he's trying to do it, when BJP RSS took over, they did 2 things. First of all, they psychologically capture their audience or their public. They created a fear in their mind. They worked on 3 logos. One is creating a fear in their mind. Fear in their mind was, which they normally repeatedly say, that Muslims are gaining majority. So if they gain majority, you will become a minority. On this, Narendra Modi said कि जी ये बच्चे बताने की machine. And that created that fear in the mind of the. There is a lot of illiteracy in India.
Absolutely.
People are not much educated. Second thing was that they related it to religion, that your religion is under danger and in danger because Mughals ruled you for that. So, longer, 800 years, Mughals were ruling you. And then they, terrorized Hindus. So if Muslims gain power over you, your religion is so common man came under the under the threat of their under this doubt by their saying कि जी हम हिंदुत्व को डायना. Third thing is that they propagated Hinduism in their schools and colleges. You see, in their schools and colleges, there is a world NGO by the name of Infinity. It is a Hindu NGO. It is working in America. It is working about in 34 states. They collected money, donations from Hindu zealots and Hindu high-handed people who are good businessmen and all that, on the pretext that we are going to change the syllabi of Hindu institution in India. And they funded that universities and schools and colleges in India to convert Hindu syllabi in line of Hindutva and saffron terrorism. So this is the culture which is happening in India nowadays. When you try to terrorize your people, when you try to touch their religious beliefs, and you would tell them that you are going to be a second-rate citizen in India. This is what BJP did. So they captured a lot. That's why BJP won last time, second time, and third time when Modi said that ab ki baar 400, so they couldn't win because people gradually are realizing that BJP and the RSS is only cashing on their religious hatred towards the minority and religious extremism. So that is what the India today is, where you see Sikhs being killed, where you see Dalits being killed. There are 34 districts in north, in ahead of Chhattisgarh, where Mao struggle is going on.
Absolutely.
And for the last 15, 20 years, that area is declared as the red corridor. Indian army can't go there, Indian establishment can't go there. So there are the independence struggle going on. They do not want to be the part of India, and they are fighting their for their independence. Similarly, you see the right of self-determination in Jammu is because of the Indian atrocities.
Absolutely.
If India is so good, if Narendra Modi is so good a leader, he should call back the 8 lakh army from Jammu and Kashmir, lift all those anti-human laws. Then he will see his value. But he knows that is a third-class Bazari Kunda, and people do not like him. So he is not calling the army. He is not calling back the army. He is not lifting those sanctions, which is being now recently. There is another development in India.
What's that?
You quoted that. That is 30 days, 130th Constitution Amendment.
Yes.
Which
That's
gives,
very interesting.
which gives power to the federal government to
Yes.
sack any minister, to sack any chief minister. So anybody who is not following the line of RSS and religious haterism or religious terrorism, the Narendra Modi would sack him. So this is the state policies will never be realistic policies. And if you do not have realistic policies, and if you buy judiciary also, and judiciary becomes a laughing stock, any country where judiciary becomes a laughing stock, that is the last indication of their falling down to the ground. And what did their judiciary did in Babri Masjid case? Babri Masjid was a historical mosque which was built in Mughal time, and it didn't have any mandar or anything underneath. But when the judiciary gave their judges gave the decision, they said, "Nahi, this is there is a mandir behind, so you make a mandir temple here, and we'll give you alternative play." And Ajib type of a decision.
Yeah.
So that is what it, in Delhi, the Aam Aadmi Party, Kejriwal,
Yes.
had revolutionized Delhi. The system of the school which he had created, I would appreciate him to the last extent. The government school has modified them so much, and he had brought so much social uplift in Delhi that Narendra Modi was fearful of him that he's going to win election. So what he did, he lifted Kejriwal and his 100 followers 2 days before on a very stupid pretext, a week before the election, and locked him up in jail. So this is
Right.
what the type of India today is, if you want to see in reality.